Most people don't get past 10K a month, not because they lack skill, not because they don't work hard, but because they're playing the wrong game. They're trapped in a mindset for survival, not scale. You can copy the outreach, steal the funnels, but if your brain is still thinking like a freelancer, you will lose. Because building a 7-figure agency isn't about working more, it's about thinking like a machine. This is the mindset that separates the hustlers from the real empire builders. And today I'm gonna break down the 5 mindset tactics that separates the hustlers from the real empire builders. Let's begin. Most beginners chase tactics. Outreach scripts, email templates, funnels they found on YouTube. They think the next trick would change everything, but it never does. Because without vision, tactics are useless. You're just spinning in circles, busy but not building. 7-figure founders don't rely on hacks. They build with intention. They know who they serve. They know why their agency exists. They know where they're going. They have clarity, a map, a mission, and every move they make aligns with that mission. Freelancers wake up and react. Founders wake up and lead. If you don't know what your agency stands for, you'll chase every client, every trend, every platform. But when you have vision, you say no to the wrong clients. You double down on your niche. You build a real brand. Think of Apple. They just don't sell phones. They sell a feeling, a belief in design, creativity, simplicity. Your agency needs the same level of clarity. Ask yourself, who do I really want to serve? What do I want to be known for? What will my agency look like 5 years from now? Because tactics change, algorithms change, even platforms disappear. But vision lasts. It gives your work meaning. It turns a small agency into a powerful brand. That's how the great ones scale. Vision over tactics. Consistency over motivation. Motivation feels good, but it doesn't last. One day you're inspired, the next day you're tired. And that's where most people quit. They only show up when they feel like it. But winners, they show up regardless. Because success doesn't come from one big push. It comes from small actions done every single day. Sending 20 emails, following up, improving your pitch, fixing what didn't work. It's boring, repetitive, and that's why most people avoid it. But consistency is where the results live, not in the hype. Not in the hustle culture videos, but in the quiet, unsexy work behind the scenes. Think about this. Anybody can be motivated for 1 week, but can you be consistent for 1 year? That's the difference between a freelancer and a 7-figure agency owner. One chases dopamine, the other builds discipline. Because real consistency is a skill. You train it like a muscle. You do it when you're tired, even when you're overwhelmed. Even when you feel like nothing's working. The truth is, you won't always feel like doing the work, but you do it anyway. And this is what separates you. Small actions done daily over time, that's how you build something massive. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency builds empires. Obsess over client results. Want to know the real secret to scaling? It's not getting more clients, it's keeping the ones you already have and turning them into fans. That only happens when you deliver results, not promises, proof. Most beginners focus on landing the client, but 7-figure agency owners focus on serving the client. Because when your client wins, you win too. It's not about doing the bare minimum. It's about going all in, tracking results, fixing what's not working, always looking for ways to improve. You should care more about their business than they expect you to. Why? Because results create trust, and trust creates growth. Happy clients don't just stay, they refer. They leave reviews. They become your biggest marketing tool. You don't need 100 clients. You need 10 that are obsessed with your work. That only happens when you treat their business like it's your own. Ask yourself, what outcome did I promise? Am I delivering it? Can I go beyond it? Because agencies don't scale from hype, they scale from impact. The better your client results, the easier it is to close your next deal, to raise your prices, to build a brand people trust. So don't chase clients, chase outcomes. Be so good they can't ignore you. That's how real agencies grow. Think like a leader, not a freelancer. Freelancers do the work. Leaders build the machine. At the beginning, you do everything. You close the client, run the ads, send the invoice, fix the problems. But here's the truth. You can't scale by doing everything yourself. If you want to hit 7 figures, you have to let go of control. Start hiring, start delegating, start building systems. Because the goal isn't to stay busy. The goal is to build something that works without you. Freelancers trade time for money. Leaders trade systems for scale. That means thinking ahead. Who would take over this task? How can I build a process for this? What's stopping my growth? And you need to step out of the daily chaos and rise above it. That's where leaders live. You don't need to be the best at every skill. You need to find the best people, then empower them. Leadership is not about doing more. It's about doing less, but making it count. You focus on vision, strategy, team, brand. Let your team handle the rest. It's not easy. You'll want to jump back in, but trust the process. Every hour you spend building a system saves you 100 hours later. Leaders don't just build income, they build freedom. And that's how agencies scale. Identity comes before income. You don't grow into success, you decide on it. Most people wait. They say, when I start making money, I'll act serious. When I have clients, I'll think like a CEO. But that's backwards. You don't earn first, then become. You become, then earn. You have to shift your identity right now. Ask yourself, if I already had a 7-figure agency, how would I show up? How would I speak? What would I focus on? Now do that today, because the market doesn't respond to who you are. It responds to who you believe you are. 7-figure founders didn't wait until they had the money. They started thinking like leaders before they had results. They make bold decisions, took ownership, invested in themselves, hold high standards, even when they were broke. Because success doesn't come to the person who wants it. It comes to the person that's already aligned with it. Your habits, your mindset, your self-image, all that comes before the bank balance. When you act like a CEO, you start getting treated like one. So don't wait to make it. Start showing up as that version of you now. Identity comes before income. And when you lock that in, the rest starts to move fast. I hope this video helps you on your path to building a 7-figure agency. If this video helped, go ahead and click the subscribe button below for more valuable trainings like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.